Really, really good players. Before we actually get started on the way, we have a lot of people to thank, and bear with us because without these sponsors, it wouldn't be possible. We all know that. We want to thank. We'd like to say with great pride, Chalky Sticks is back. That's right, they're on board. They're a sponsor. A lot of you guys last year when Chalky Sticks was with us really helped out Chalky Sticks a lot. You know what? It's a free app. So it's like touche, baby. You can't go wrong with this. It's Chalky Sticks. It's an app for Apple and Android. You can find pool tables all around the world, connect with players in your area, view listings of upcoming tournaments, watch all types of billiard matches. Well, what do what do you mean by that, Al? Well, there's a diagramming tool called Pad, which was used for the World Series, the World Pool Series. There's also a TV channel. It's like nonstop for billiards. There's a tournament manager so you can host your own events and manage the brackets. How do you go wrong with this? Get over to Chalky Sticks. That's right. It's chalkysticks.com. They got a new player they're also sponsoring. Their very first player is Del Sims. He'll be participating right here at the Turning Stone Classic 27. It's Chalky Sticks. Get over there, guys. Support the sponsors that are bringing the life. Hey, guys, I don't know whether you know it or not, but Greg Antonakis got magic happening. The FedEx truck just came around the corner. He's got some new Coca-Cola. He's got some new Southwest. Make sure you check him out. It's American Cube Pickers. Get your Southwest from the best. Contact Greg Antonakis at ga9ball@gmail.com. Some of those sticks that might be on this poster that we made might not be available. They go quick. All right, guys, thanks. Hey, guys, I don't know whether you know. We'll be there. Mark Dion, baby. This is MD Promotions. It's the New England 9-Ball Series Winter Classic. It's January 28th through the 29th, 2017. It's going to be held at Snookers. That's right, it's Snookers in Providence, Rhode Island on Ashburton Street. We call it the home away from home. We're going to be there to bring you the free live stream. Make sure to get in touch with Mark Dion right away. Get your entry fee in. I understand it's filling up. It's coming up right after the World Pool Series after Darren Appleton. We're heading to Providence, Rhode Island, January 28th through the 29th. Get in touch with Mark Dion. Thank Molinari, Delta 13, and the rest of the crew. We'll be there. Light-systems.com. Numerous times you heard me mention this light, and I know so many people that bought it. Guess what? Mr. Fong, the innovator that makes this light, is going to be here. His wife, Julie, I don't know if you know, sorry, not Julie. I'm always thinking about Julie Ha. Jali, his wife Jali, is playing in the event. So Fong will be here. He's going to have a booth here at the Turning Stone. Get inquisitive. I know a lot of people ask questions about it. I'm telling you, it's 10 times the illumination, 10 times lighter in weight, 10 times cheaper to run. Billiard rooms are installing these lights. It's all LED lighting. Check them out. It's light-systems.com or stop by the Turning Stone, and right up in the front you have the booths. There, your vendors are right up in the front. Thanks, everybody. Support these guys. I'll tell you what, they've been on premises and supporting the AZB TV and supporting the free live streams. Light-systems.com. Light. All right, guys, pay attention to this one right here because Mike Burton, also known as MB MBQs is here at the Turning Stone. He has a booth up at the front. You name it in Josh Q's. If he doesn't have it here at the booth and there's a certain Josh Q that you would like to order, he would get it for you in a heartbeat. He's an authorized dealer. Check him out at Mike. I send him an email at mike@mbqs.com. Or call him right up that number, 443-309-3495. That's MBQs. That's Mike Burton himself. He's here, folks. Come and pay him a visit at the Turning Stone. Right. Look at the screen, left-hand bottom corner. It's Baltimore City Q's. They're here. They have a booth. These guys do anything. You name it. If you got a big event coming up, they bring anything to your event, anything from tips to tables. It's Baltimore City Q's. Notice the picture in the background. That's right, the Irish Invader. They are the sponsors for Karen Core, who is playing in the Turning Stone event right now. Check them out. These guys support pool in every which way but loose. It's BaltimoreCityQs.com, guys. Please check these guys out, because without these guys, this wouldn't be possible at all. Thank you. That's right. Down there next week, it's Alex Austin, Fine Billiard Products. Okay, it's www.alexaustinusa.com, or you can call them at that phone number. It's 401-421-7558. It is the revolution. That's their motto. Notice the logo, AA. I used to use that handle on the CB called AA. And that's just ironic. This company is now on board with AZB TV. DLBilliards.com also. Check them out. They got their distributors. Go over there, pay them a visit, DLBilliards.com, or simply get in touch with Alex at alexaustinusa.com. Thank you, Alex, and we'll be talking. Here it is. This is the biggest thing going around, folks. There's, right now, I believe, players from 30 different countries are merging to Steinway Billiards. We're going to be bringing you the pay-per-view event. It's January 14th through the 17th. You can purchase your pay-per-view simply by going over to www.worldpoolseries.com. Mr. Darren Appleton, Manny out of Steinway, Molinari, all the sponsors that are on board, we can't thank you enough. This is a tremendous tournament. There's not going to be a stone unturned. Darren is on top of things like one of those cooks, like a cooking show where he, nope, that's not right, change it. You know, he wants it perfect. Go over to worldpoolseries.com. Check out the website. Purchase your pay-per-view. Not only you can purchase a pay-per-view for the tournament coming up January 14th through the 17th, you can purchase a seasonal pass, which includes all the tournaments that we are going to be doing pay-per-views for. You will be paid already, and it's like $100 and something, $110 for like all the tournaments. Every single one of the tournaments, you're a seasonal pass owner. Please go over there, support Darren Appleton. The payouts are tremendous. It's Steinway Billiards. Mike Zuglin doing his introductions to Jeremy Sossei and Erik Hjorleifson out of Canada.
Sossei and his opponent. Another one had a second place finish last year here. He's a 2014 Canadian 10-ball champ, and he's a regular down here at Turning Stone from Toronto, sponsored by QSportNation.com. Erik Hjorleifson. And let's not forget Upstate Al. That match is on the internet if you'd like to watch it. Go to azbilliards.com for the free live stream.
Well, here we go, folks. Put your seatbelts on. We got the loaf of bread playing the flounder, I'd like to say, because Erik Hjorleifson's got to be 6'7", I would say, if not more. Jeremy Sossei kind of looks tiny next to him, doesn't he? And it's going to be the break of Erik Hjorleifson. The format for this tournament is you lose a break racks for the winner.
Canadian Amateur Championship runner-up, Jay Goyer, and his opponent is former Team USA Mosconi Cup member, 2013 World Games Team USA member.
Want to say thank you to everybody out there that's viewing in the live stream. And just to make you aware, the chat is not in my vicinity, but as I turned, I said, "What's up, my good friend Al? Back in action here. Upstate, I need a good laugh. Say Hjorleifson." Erik Hjorleifson. Well, this is the first time. This is actually, I'm looking at somebody having a hard time racking. Jeremy trying to set the balls in place so that they at least will be touching.
He's played in this part of the country for many, many years. Always was a force to be reckoned with, and he's won his share of tournaments. He former road partner with Boston Shorty, Larry Johnson. That was,
just to remind you guys, this is actually being also simulcast into Canada and muting our audio and doing it in French. And here we go. Don't forget, folks, the best cloth you can play on is Simona's cloth, as you can see in the upper right-hand corner. And the largest pool and billiards website is AZ Billiards. And Molinari is on board, and we got a commercial for them, and we'll run it if we can and have time in between. But right now we're going into rack number 1, and Erik Hjorleifson set to break. The 8-ball found the bottom left-hand corner as the 1 finds the top left and goes. The 2-ball does not go in the bottom corner because of the 9 there. Can he cut it into the side pocket? He's going to take a good look at it. The problem with that, even if it does go, is getting the cue ball back up for that 3-ball.
His opponent, another regular here at Turning Stone from Cicero, plays out of Salt City Billiards, has a lot of high finishes in our tournaments. Eddie Sauer.
The cue ball, if he does attempt to pocket this 2-ball in the side pocket, which is looks like the only shot he has, the cue ball is going to be hot. He might be calling for this 9-ball here. You do not have to call the 9. He's playing the safety, and that's a smart play. And here's the likes of Jeremy Sossei playing in this event. I believe this is the first event that has actually the Mosconi point ranking system to it, so a lot of players showing up for this. I'd like to see Jeremy Sossei make the Mosconi Cup team. I think he has the discipline. He did almost 1 year get on board, but they elected to go with the MVP players. I forget exactly the format that Barry Hearn and Luke Richards came up with. But Jeremy Sossei put a lot of time in that year.
Okay, we just had a little language barrier thing there. We just want to find out, we need to know.
Hey, Mr. Steve Kurtz. How you doing, buddy? I didn't even see you there, Steve. I just turned around and saw. And Marty Herman, how are you? Scotty B, I understand, in the chat. Wow. Sorry, guys. Ball in hand, Erik. Just want to say hello to everybody because I don't have the chance to really look at the chat. Well, look at this. Look at this. Erik also gives lessons in Canada. And he's been close to winning this event. I believe he came in 3rd. Jeremy Sossei came in 2nd 2 times in this event. And Erik's going to try to get Jeremy on, too.
It's probably a good match right here. It might be worth watching. Good luck, guys. Table number 15 from Palisades Park, New Jersey.
And what he did was loosen the 3-ball up off the rail so that if Jeremy does not make contact this time, at least he kind of took away some of the trouble by taking that 3 off that rail below the 5. Smart move, or below the 4. What is it? That was below the 7. I'm sorry, that's the 7-ball up there on the upper left-hand side. So it's a very smart shot. This here could be a funny hit. Even if he hits it, he can leave Erik safe. The cue ball will go to the rail and come back behind the 3 ball. If he hits it solid, he got a chance of making it.
We hope he has a great time and tournament from Watertown, New York. Russ Randall, good luck. All right.
Oh, he didn't.
Table 16 from Quebec City, Quebec.
And now Erik can attempt to run out. As he turns around, he says to Jeremy, "You're on 2."
Had a great tournament down at the Ocean State. He played pretty good down there. In Snubbers, Sebastian Laramie. And his opponent, we only see Mike at the Turning Stone now. He doesn't come anymore. All right, he's got a lot of high finishes on the Predator Tour. Plays out of Gallery Billiards in Newburgh, New York. He's from Newburgh. Mike Tuhig. All right, good luck to everybody. Please
all right, now I can see the chat. Hey, Marty, anytime, my friend. I'm glad I can do it. You're right, Scotty. I don't care. Well, looky here now. Is he trying to pocket this 2 ball and keep the cue ball right there for the 3? Or is he going back to safety and putting Jeremy behind the 7? Because Jeremy's on 2. That's what he's going to do. 2-way shot. That I don't like. When you leave, I mean, it's a safety. Don't get me wrong. A safety for now. If Jeremy has a good line of fire to kick at this 2 ball, he can possibly pocket this 9. The format is you don't have to call it. But he is on 2, and he was warned by Erik already. So the pressure's on. Me, myself, I like coming into this 2-ball 2 rails, using the right long rail, the bottom short rail, and then into the 2. It's a smaller ball if you go 1 rail into it. Again, just make sure you hit it. He did go 2 rails, and he hit it and made the 9 ball, and that's what happens. That's what happens. All right, Jeremy Sossei approached the booth, and he asked me if it was a good hit. I cannot get involved. I'm Switzerland. If Mike Zuglin wants to come down and watch the hit, then Mike Zuglin will watch the recording that we have. From my point of view, and I was obviously looking at the ball, it was a good hit. Cue ball came in contact with the lower part of the 2, and went into the 9, feathered the 9, and the 9 dropped in the pocket. There you go. Everybody in the chat saying it was good. Yeah, that's what I think. But you know what? I can't say anything. Because if I say something and Erik goes up to Zuglin and says, well, how come Al says it was good? You know, he's not a referee. I'm not a referee. I'm pretty sure we're going to have Mike Zuglin come down here and take a look at this as I see him walking down the aisle. So we might be on pause for a little. Not pause, but we'll let Mike Zuglin watch it. Hey, Jared, how are you? The Jazz Man, there he is, folks. Spelled with 2 A's. It's J-A-R-E-D. Look him up on YouTube. You want to hear some serious jazz? He's right in there, folks. You might have seen him play the national anthem at the U.S. Open. All right, I was asked by Mike Zuglin to mute the table mic as they discuss this, so that's the reason you're not hearing any sound for right now. And they're having a discussion. If Mike decides, that's the ultimate judge right there, running the Josh Tour for many years. So we'll just, we'll take a look at it, but well, I mean, we'll take a look at Mike and Jeremy and Erik right in front of us. Hey, Jess, what's up? And Mike Zuglin has the ultimate ruling. And we're going back to table. They asked me if it was a good hit. I said I can't get involved. That's up to you. I have nothing to do with it. I'm telling you. Tell me it's up to me. I'm telling you how it works. Gotcha. All right, there you have it, folks. Right from Mr. Mike Zuglin, who's off to the side of the booth. And his rule is this. If there's no referee that was asked to watch the hit, the call goes to the shooter. That's his explanation. He says, we do not want to go to the videotape, to the recording, because it's not fair to the other 15 tables that they're not on recording. But I think we all know it was a good hit. And that was a very good decision by Mike, and it was very sportsmanlike by Erik to say, that's fair enough, and let's move forward. So we're going to put a score up for Jeremy, 1-0. Racing to 9. I think Erik's going to like to just thin this ball and take the cue ball and send it back up table, causing separation. Now, I think the shot would be to just bump the 2 ball into the 9 instead of cutting it. This way the 2 ball remains there as the cue ball goes up table. If you cut it, you might open up that 2 ball for a shot in the corner. That's what he did. He bumped the 9 and he's looking to hide the cue behind the 7 ball. Man, did he hit that good. Well, the cue ball leaked out, just as I said, he hit it good. So Jeremy has sight, and he also has the 3 ball, the 3-9, to hide the cue ball and send the 2 ball to the right side of the 7 and back up by the 4, if he elects to go that way. He hit it softly. Is he going to get the 9? Nope. And this is all due to the speed of the table. All brand new cloth, Simonis, of course, on every table. I can tell you Luke Salvis is another Canadian player, also a speed pool player. He's leading 3-0 right now in his match. Erik tries to hide the cue ball. Again, the speed of the cloth getting the player, and they're going to try to adjust, of course. And sometimes when you try to adjust, sometimes you start falling a little short. So we might see some shots that you very rarely see out of these players. In other words, getting out of line, because that kind of spooks you, when you realize the clock's running fast and you try to readjust. Cue ball And he got by the 7. Nice shot. And he's got the angle. I believe he has the angle to get back up with a 4-ball, which is on the opposite side of the table on that short rail up top. Well, he's got a slight angle. He's going to have to drag the cue ball. He might have to come to the right side of this 4-ball, favoring the side where the 8 is, instead of dragging the cue ball behind the 7. Let's see what he does. He drags the cue ball and came up with a good shot, but is he going to be too straight? He's straight. Hey, Jimmy, what's up down there, buddy? I heard Virginia is supposed to get a little snow down that way. We want to say hello to Billiards Quebec out there and everybody on the other side of the border. We want to say hello from New York State. And we want to say thank you for viewing the live stream. Yeah, he was kind of straight, kind of forced it with just the right speed. Sometimes when on a diamond table, when you hit it that hard and try to force it with that kind of English to get back off the rail, you could jar the pocket. Jeremy hit it good. Hey, Bogey, use the check, my man. What's up, Bogey? It's just seen the chat there. Happy New Year to you too, my friend, and everybody else. Happy holidays. It's 2017. Let's all do it. Let's do it positive. Let's make this a prosperous new year. Jeremy now lining up. I tell you, his position play in this second half of this rack has been phenomenal. He's been right on spot after getting straight. Oh, I didn't spell Erik's name right. I just got a message. It's actually a K. Why did I put an F there? I'm going to have to fix that. These guys in Canada are going to send down the, what do they call them, the Mounties? Boy, oh boy, sorry about that, Erik, as Jeremy Sossei now goes up 2-0. That's how Erik spells his name. Sorry about that, guys. You guys must have been yelling out in the chat at me. Look how tall this gentleman. I always say how tall he is. He's incredibly tall. Gentleman Jim, I'll tell you, really nice guy. I wish I knew a little more information about them. I think we're going to have to, maybe somebody out there can come up with a record-keeping app where, or a website where you can just go and say, well, and keep it up to date. Like if, hey, that's not Dennis Balella. Oh God, I thought that was Dennis Balella, an old-time player just walking. An app or some kind of record-keeping website that you have to keep it up to date when they move different states. And this way here, if somebody wants to find out, well, where's Jeremy from? Bink. That's where he's from. Man, he crashed the rack that time. The 1 ball just comes out enough, but the last ball rolling, the 6, just gets right in the path between the 1 and the cue ball. He does see part of the 1 ball, and he can send the cue ball 3 rails around. In other words, back cut that 1 ball, if you can see it, towards that upper right-hand corner, and play the natural 3-rail position for the 2. The 8 ball's in the vicinity of that pocket, though. So you might want to try to play a safe here. Overcut the 1, and then play the cue ball 3 rails down towards the 7-3. Left side of the 1, 3 rails, and down by the 3-7-9 area. There you go, Bulldog. There you go. Get on it, man. Get on it. That's where everybody can go right there. Instead of that, Jeremy goes for the rollout here. He's pushing. And he's going to get this back without a doubt. Getting it back. And Erik takes a look at it and says, well, hello, fella. Don't walk too far because you're getting this right back. Tony Fox on premises here. Great photographer. Everywhere I go, I see Tony. Look at this. Wow. Wow. I don't know about Jeremy, but I got to step back, take a breath of fresh air, and exhale a little bit because I would be just so happy that and fortunate that I kicked that one in that side pocket like that. I wouldn't be able to get down with a serious face and actually figure out the next shot. But he did. He played Erik safe. And Erik's going to wind up kicking this. Incredible. Once again, I repeat myself. Around the whole table, all the balls within that vicinity, and the cue ball doesn't touch another ball. Incredible. I think this is what keeps us going. Folks, I don't know what AccuStats is doing. I know they're going to be down at Derby City Classic. I believe they have their links and everything on their website already. I'm not really sure. I haven't been keeping up to date with things. I've been occupied more than enough, and I apologize. But make sure to check out AccuStats.com website because they're going to be doing it once again. I know with the DVDs, I believe I seen something at the U.S. Open already. If anybody wants to purchase, they have a special package going. That's Mr. Pat Fleming. And if you watch the Mosconi Cup, you've seen Pat Fleming. He was there. He was there taking stats at the Mosconi Cup. Talk about dedication to the game. I understand there's a lot of people also purchasing the pay-per-view for the World Pool Series event. And I don't blame you. Players from 30 different countries so far are in it. Go to worldpoolseries.com website and you can purchase your pay-per-view there. When I had my break between this match, I had an opportunity to talk to Darren. And at one point or another, Darren's going to come in the website. I mean, in the booth here, and we're going to talk about the World Pool Series. And I asked Darren. I said, Darren, what do you think about giving away a few passes to our viewers that are signed into the chat? I said I didn't want to take it upon myself. I said we're talking about a real professional tournament representing many countries. So I wanted to just talk with you and Manny before we do it. And I don't want to do it just a pass for one event. I want to give them season passes so that they can watch all the events. And he said, good idea. He says, I said, but I want you in the booth before we do anything. And he said he would come in the booth. In fact, he texted me earlier. Jeremy Sossei leads 3-0. We're racing to 9. We're coming to you live from the Turning Stone Casino and Resort. We're up here in Verona, New York, where it snowed earlier. I'm not sure if it's still snowing. And we're in the event room. This room right here will be occupied by Dancing with the Stars live on television on January 13th in the same room. So if you want to see Dancing with the Stars and participate, get in touch with, or be an audience member, I think you got to get in touch with the Turning Stone for tickets. You could see the Irish Invader actually on the table right behind us. That's Karen. And she's got a glow about her. She's got that glow back, you know, that she had years ago when she was on top of the world in the pool world. She's got it back. She's got a great sponsor, Baltimore City Q's. She's very, very comfortable now. And she, you know, there's a big difference when you have to travel on your own dime. And, you know, travel including your airfare, your hotels, your of course, all your expenses. And then all of a sudden a sponsor steps up and says, look, we're going to take care of you. And that's what Baltimore City Q's did. And I see the sort of like, you know, the monkeys off the shoulders sort of, you know, look, you know, she's got pep in her step. Right there, that link that has just been posted in the chat right there is jasonshore88@yahoo.com. And the reason I put that in there is Jason Shore put together a memorabilia package, and 25% of proceeds are going to the European wheelchair players so that they can travel. They're trying to raise $30,000, and I believe there might not be too many spots left, but that's Jason's PayPal right there, and just put a memo in there for memorabilia package, and Jason will get back to you and pick your numbers that are left. Everybody gets a chance to pick their own numbers. So if you didn't get in early enough, you might not have your favorite number that you want. It's, I believe, numbers 1 through 75. So for $100, you could win like, this is like a, I forget what Jason said, like a $2,000 or $4,000 Q. His watch that he used to wear, that's worth like, I don't know how much, I didn't ask. His jersey from the Mosconi Cup. If you're friends with him on Facebook, go to his Facebook page. He has it up there on his Facebook page, Jason Shaw, and you can see the whole package. Greg Antonakis, and you might be in the hospital right now. You might be on your phone listening in. Your son Nick brought a box of chocolate, and now he comes back 2 hours later, and he hands me a cabbage, a stuffed cabbage. I just want to let you know that the cabbage has arrived. Thank you, Nick. Thank you so much. Thanks. Looking forward to seeing Greg. Greg will be up here, I believe, later on in another day to give everybody the good news. Okay. Are we still on the same rack? I got to shooting the breeze and telling everybody about what's going on. No, it's 3-1. Upstate missed the game that Eric won. Let me put that score up. I predict he's just going to bank and stick the cue ball right there. Well, instead of sticking the cue ball, he brought it back, and he's left the 1-ball shot for Jeremy, and the 2-ball is down table right where the 1 is. I don't know why he didn't play safe and try to hide the cue ball behind that 5. Looking at the chat, is John Moore in this tournament? Yes, John Moore is in the tournament. SC5, go over to azbilliards.com and click on the Turning Stone. It's right on the front page. It says Turning Stone Live. And then you can click, it'll bring the brackets up and everything and tell you who's playing this round. Oh, but you're right. The list of players that, it changed so many times, because of the weather and people couldn't make it and obligations or whatever might have happened. So, I don't know if Mike Zuglin updated his players list, but AZ Billiards has the brackets for each round live and scores. But Moore is here, yes, he is here. And so is his dad, Mario Moore, just like Oscar and Ernesto. We got father and son teams. I believe we have 2 or 3 father and son teams playing at the Turning Stone 27. POV Pool, all capital letters. That's Daniel Bush on the West Coast. What's up, Dan? What do you got going on there, pal? Let everybody know. All right, 6 to the 7 looks like a roadmap, right? One-stop shop. Back out for the 8 and have a nice angle off the 8 to just bounce off the rail for the 9. And it looks like Jeremy Sossei might put up another bead here. It's 3-1 as it is right now. You really like to utilize a rail coming off the 8-ball if you can. I mean, if you have to get straight on it, then it's different. But you really want to come into the angle. So Jeremy's going to pump forward, use the cushion, and then come back down for the 9. Sometimes when you draw, Happy New Year, Dan. Sometimes when you draw the ball, especially on a cloth, that's brand new and you're not used to the speed, it's very easy to wind up on a 50-yard line. So a shot like that was pretty intelligent to come back down for the 9. That's experience right there. 4-1. Well, I knew Jeremy. How old is Jeremy? Late 30s going on 13. I tell you, I knew Jeremy since he's probably about 14, maybe 15, maybe 16 years old. And right now he's 68. No, I'm only joking. I don't really, I know their ages from talking and everything, but it's impossible to remember everybody's. It's really impossible. That's why I say somebody should make an app, and somebody should either build a website where you can find out all the information about pool players. But it really entails some work. It just doesn't seem like you're just going to make a website. You really got to be dedicated, because they might move. There are programs out there that would automatically, the bot would set to their ages as the years go on. Their birthday should punch it in, and it'll bring their how old they are automatically. But things like moving from state to state would have to be inputted. I think that would be a pretty good idea, where there'll be one local website or an app. And Chalky Sticks might do something like that. ChalkySticks.com really coming with it in a big way, as far as finding the pool room, as finding what kind of equipment they have, where the players might be playing. Make sure to check out Chalky Sticks. They have the app, what they call the pad. I believe it's called the pad. It's I'll have to open up a couple of memos that I have where Darren Appleton and many other pros, they use the diagram to explain shots. That's Chalky Sticks. ChalkySticks.com. We're getting back to the table as Jeremy Sossei is set to break. He's leading here, as you can see on the score, 4-1. He crashes him pretty good. He weighs about 60 pounds soaking wet, but the timing of his break is really phenomenal. What do I got the score wrong? I see some discrepancies in the chat there. Let me. Up on the beads it says 4-1 is what it says up on the beads, unless Erik didn't. Now you guys got me screwed up. See, I can't look at the chat. You guys, you guys are bad news. But I like shooting the breeze. I'll send out a runner here in just a minute to talk to one of the audience members that is sitting here on the side. The audience migrated down this way because Karen Corr's on the table right behind it. And a lot of the Canadian fans that come over the border, we're not too far from the border, not only that, they come with a lot of Canadian, there's a lot of Canadian players here. So they, they have relatives or wives or girlfriends, whoever it might be, sitting in the fans. I'll see if I can get Jeremy's attention. Maybe I can get his attention. And Jeremy sends upstate the smoke signal by hand and says it's 4-0. So that bead that was left up there was from the prior match, I would imagine. And that's where I should have went. I should have went to AZ Billiards because Mike Howardson is actually sitting in the fans keeping all the score updates. But the way he does it is by beads. So I wonder if he got it wrong there. Let me go just check. Let's see. Yeah. No? Where am I looking? Oh, I guess they're not keeping the score update on this match. On the stream table, they're not doing it. They're doing it on the rest because I don't see it here. Unless I'm blind. Let's see, table 12, table 11, table 10, table 9. Yeah, they're not keeping the score update on this match. All right, something's telling me I got messages here. I gotta take a look. Oh God, I got messages. 5-1. This match right here is actually 4-0, exactly how I have it on the screen. We got that confirmed. Jimmy, thank you. Yeah, I got all kind of messages. Good hit, Al. It was a good hit. It was a good hit. Yeah, I thought it was a good hit. I saw it. I could have called it, but I don't get involved. That was from the hit from the 2 and made the 9 that Jeremy made. Well, it looks like Erik is starting to get his rhythm back. Don't know, you know, nobody really knows what goes on in personal lives of pool players. If you're not in the right state of mind, you won't show up at a tournament. Your body will be here, but your game won't show up in the tournament if things are playing in your head. But it looks like Erik right now kind of snapped himself back into his rhythm and the way he plays. We all know that he's a great player. He can play real well. Stands up with the best of them. I think he had a 3rd place finish here also. Jeremy Sossei had 2 second place finishes here. I believe 1 to Earl Strickland, and then also Jeremy came in 2nd, and Johnny Archer won it that year. Pretty strong. Well, there you go. Somebody's in the chat right there saying Erik has a job now, not playing as much, but he has practice for this event. There's somebody in there. And as we're talking about Erik, he does put a beat up now. So legitimately it is 4-1. Oh, Uzbeka? Okay. Marcus, what's up, brother? We're going to miss you this one. I heard you were going to try to make it for the weekend, but if you can't make it, we're definitely going to miss you. Marcus, we'll just call you the Philadelphia Donkey. Might see me tomorrow. Oh, cool. Cool. Happy New Year to you too, friend. All right, Jeremy Sossei back at the stack. Folks, if you can share the live stream, I'm sure the sponsorship appreciates it. I can tell you one thing. I'll thank you on behalf of all of them. Also, we want to mention Dan Hydrick Custom Cues, of course, and Hippos Billiards. I have to get a list of all the sponsors that are on board for this tournament on Mike Zuglin's end. So I need that runner. I believe Pool on a Net is also a sponsor. Well, Jeremy having a little difficulty here. Re-rack. Okay, Jeremy racks them. Erik says they're good. Let's move forward. It's 4-1, racing to 9. Another thing, guys, if you plan on coming here, and I'm telling you, you're really going to be impressed with the light that Mr. Fong made. He guarantees it, I believe, for 10 years. Do you know anybody that guarantees a light for 10 years? He guarantees the light for 10 years, I believe, because there actually is a gentleman here that purchased one for his man cave. He's actually building a home, and he's going to put his table in there. And when he went up and saw the light, and I happened to be walking by, he said to Mr. Fong, he says, you know what? He says, you could thank this guy right here for making me aware of this light. And I was like, huh? Okay. His name is Jake, and he's purchasing one of the lights. It's really nice. Really nice. Guaranteeing it for 10 years. Pretty impressive. And Mr. Fong is Jolly's husband, the WPBA Jolly woman player. She's also participating here in the tournament. I don't know if you guys were actually listening in to the players meeting, because I just looked at the chat and I'm looking at Magic Rack and it was a joke. And you know, Mike Zuglin doesn't want to change rules. He says, I know some of you have good points about this rule and some point about that rule, and I can't please everybody. He says, but I can tell you what. He says, you tell your tournament directors on your tournaments that if they all get together and come up with one standard rule where everybody's going to stick to a standard rule, and Mike said this, I'm only talking about 9-ball now. He says, I'm not talking about 10-ball. If everybody can stick to one rule for 9-ball, instead of, 9-ball in the spot, 1 ball above the spot, all that nonsense, he says, if somebody can come up with the rule and everybody agrees that they're going to stick to those rules, Mike Zuglin says, then you can count on me. I'm on board. Then I'll change. He says, but right now, everybody's changing all the rules. He says he can't keep up with them. He's going to stick with his format that's been working. And, of course, Mike Zuglin sponsors azbilliards.com, Billiards Press, Hydra Custom Cues, Simonis happens to be all over the place. The Simonis just, Simonis is just unbelievable. I want to thank Simonis Cloth, of course, Josh Hughes, PullOnAnet.com, and Aramith, also owned by Simonis. So I just got that information from Mike Zuglin. Meanwhile, back up at the table, Jeremy Sossei looking to put a bead up here and go up 5-1. 7-ball right there. He can draw back and just get enough angle where he can go around the 9. All right, Jeremy actually pockets another 9-ball as I was off to the side talking to Ken Isles, right? Is that how you say it?
Yep, that's me.
Ken Isles, and we'll give you a little bit of input into Ken Isles, and he'll give you his input into this match right here in front of us. It's 5-1, Jeremy Sossei. I'm sure you know both of these players.
Oh, yeah, Jeremy's a great player. He's been around a long time. And
Erik Hjorleifson, yeah.
I like him, too. He's really smoothed out a lot in the last few years since I've been watching anyway.
Good player, yeah, good player, absolutely. There's the gentleman right there sitting in the booth. Thank you for coming on board.
Hi, everybody. Yep, here I am. My girlfriend told me definitely don't come down here and do this, but
You did the opposite.
I-
If you
yeah.
would have said go there and do it, you wouldn't have get down here.
no way, I'm not going to talk to those guys.
Well, we're glad you did, and we're sorry for your other half if she's listening in, and we apologize.
She'll be all right.
Believe me, it's something about pool, and you got to be involved.
Well, luckily for me, she loves pool.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so that's a big plus. All right, here's Jeremy. He's getting ready to break.
Yeah, let's watch the 4 ball towards the bottom right-hand corner and the 1 ball towards the left-hand side pocket, or maybe up in the left-hand corner, because
Have
we're
they
breaking
been-
from the box.
Have they been getting that break? Oh, yeah.
It's hard.
Oh, there you go.
You know, it makes it harder when you're breaking from the box, right?
Oh, they got him breaking from the box
Yeah,
side?
yeah, it's breaking from the box
Oh,
format.
good. Yeah, he made that ball you called, I think. Up in the upper corner, didn't you just say he was going to make it up
Well,
there?
the 1 ball. Sometimes the 1 ball, when you're breaking from the box, when you punch it that hard, it'll veer up towards the, you know, depending on what side you break from, that opposite corner pocket.
Right.
It'll come out long and go up that way. But nevertheless, he made a ball. The 1 ball does go in the side pocket. The 2 ball is on the left-hand side rail, just above the 9.
He's probably going to roll right up for that.
Oh, he's going to play the 1 ball in the bottom corner and roll into the 6. No, he's playing in the side
Ooh.
pocket. And he hit it so sweet, too.
That is a nice shot.
The only problem with this shot is here, you got to control the 2 ball because you're going after the 4. So now you got a couple of different equations going on. Where are my cues going? And where's this 2 going after I play this combination?
Well, I always listen to people on here, and I'm not going to say where I would play it.
No, you
'cause
can say it.
Every time I say it, it's wrong.
Go right ahead. You would play a combination, right?
I would play the combination and wait for the 2 to come up to play it in the right-hand top corner there.
The right-hand top corner. I think he's going to slide the cue ball towards the right side of the table and try to maintain that left-hand corner pocket for the 2.
Oh, and keep the 2 over there.
Yeah, because really the 4 is on the inside the jaw there. So if you bump it straight on, favor the inside of that 4, I think it still goes. Man, he looks like he was going to power that shot.
We're going to find out in a minute.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Maybe less than a minute. Sometimes you really got to take your time. I mean, if you're not sure about the shot and there's no shot clock on you, definitely get back up and think about it. Don't
He
get down
might
on the
power
table.
it off the rail and let the 2 fly. He might be wired
Well,
up for
then
power
you're
here.
just hoping for something.
Yeah.
You got to have a plan. You don't want to get down there without a plan. Just slide the cue ball over. Favor the left-hand side of this 4 ball, and I think he'll be all right playing the 2 right in the same pocket.
Oh, yeah, he hit it nice.
Well,
Oh, he did what I did, but without power.
he went to the rail first.
Yeah. That's going to be a little tricky.
Now, that's what you would have did, huh?
Yeah, that's exactly how I'd be.
I'd be right alongside you laughing.
Right up against the rail, wishing I had something else. Hold on, we got to turn the camera off because I got to take a drink
You're
of
not
my
on camera.
beer.
No, you're not on camera. This
Oh,
is
okay.
this is the live shot here. This is preview. I'll take you off there if you get a conflict with that one. Sorry about that. Oh, I'll take you off this one. Here you go.
Oh, I don't mind if anybody's. I'm not sure what the rules
well,
are on
Hey, you got a
a
cup holder.
koozie.
That's right. You got a koozie with a root beer in it.
I don't know what he's going to do here.
I've seen him cut these shots.
Back it.
I've seen him cut these shots straight down the rail. He's got such sharp eyes. I've seen him cut them right down the rail. But he went with the smart shot.
That is a smart shot.
Yeah, give yourself a little opportunity. Absolutely.
Put him far away and trouble in the middle.
Now, can Erik see the left side of this ball? Because if he can hit
Wow.
Jeremy with the cue ball behind the 9 and just bank the 2 ball
Maybe
back
a
up
little
table.
Sossei he might get on there.
Oh, he's hitting the
Ooh,
other
looks
side
like
of it.
he's hitting right at it. Yeah. Ooh, that's a nice safety right there.
Yeah, and this is like an impossible jump shot unless you're 16 foot tall.
Right.
That cue ball's in the middle of
Right.
the table, you know.
Especially since there's no jumps in Jaws.
Well, you can jump, but you got
Full cue.
Yeah, full cue.
Well, I always try to visit. I came over here a couple years ago and sat down with you. I don't know.
You
if
know,
you
I
remember.
think I'm starting to rub off now. I'm starting to remember. You got to forgive me.
That's all right. You've got so
I
many
go-
people in and out here.
Nah.
But
I'm
anyway,
thinking about ham and eggs right now. And I don't think I had that for breakfast either.
this is great audio for all you people listening. This is, I'm sure, being all recorded for posterity.
Oh, it is being recorded, without a doubt.
Excellent. Right. There's just so much analysis you can actually do. He's got a pretty tough kick shot here. We'll see what he does. That was a really nice shot right there with nice position. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I took my eye off the screen there.
Well, you're allowed 2 times off the screen per
Thanks.
day
Per day.
of broadcasting that you do.
It's tough sometimes, you know. You got to turn away and look at other things going around.
I have no idea
so much to do.
how you do this for so long.
Well,
You do it for so
we're in the
long.
midst
It's
of
amazing.
what did he call it? I forget where they were going to make where they actually made one sheep look identical to the other sheep. What was that called again? I forget
I'm not sure.
terminology for it, but we're going to have to start making
Oh,
people.
there he goes. He's
It's
gonna.
about time we start making people with more than 2 arms. You know, I want to hold a
Right.
6-pack, one in each hand. we're concentrating on going to space. Let's start, you know.
You're not supposed to make me laugh so much when I'm on air.
Here we go. Jeremy Sossei winds up.
Jeremy played a nice kick to get that. I think it was a 6-ball or whatever he made in that top left corner to get out right there. That was a really nice foul.
Kicks the 6-ball pretty good and actually takes the lead 6-1.
Well, anyway, I don't know if I did actually get the whole sentence out yet, but I
Go
really
ahead.
do appreciate all the work you guys do.
Oh,
mean,
thank
it's
you.
amazing. I watch you guys live streaming all the time, and it
Well, thank you.
really makes the game a lot better. The
Thank you.
commentary, just
Thank you
like
for the
my
support.
commentary. No, I really do appreciate it.
Well, thank you for the
It's
support.
great.
You know, by you coming down, I always tell everybody, you know, if you're coming down, you want to sit in the booth and you know, shoot the breeze and give shout-outs and talk about the match. Come on down. Come on down. Say hello
Well,
to everybody, you know.
This is my second time here, and really, you know, actually, once you start doing it, it's not that bad.
No,
I mean, I'm not
just
a
be yourself.
professional
I mean, I could see
commentator.
but I can see you're a natural. No, I'm not a professional commentator either. Okay, watch the 4 ball here towards the bottom right-hand corner and the one towards the left side pocket, or it might go straight up table.
Oh, they both went that direction.
Yeah,
and
and
he
a
got
6.
the 6.
Well, the reason they're not able to do that is because they're breaking from the box. But Jeremy Sossei, like I said, he's 60 pounds soaking wet, but his timing is perfect, and he breaks
He's
them
got
hard.
some big power for being
sure does.
A slight guy.
Yeah. What do you think? Back cut this into the blind pocket, the upper right, and then send the cue ball 3 rails around for the 2. If the 2 goes by the 9,
The top right to get around that way, yeah, not bad.
or just draw it to the rail and back out. I think he has to go to 3 rails, or at least 2.
Boy, it's different looking at the screen than it is looking at the table.
Is it really?
Yeah. How many times have I heard you say it's so hard to look at the screen? You can't see the same angle.
We just got to be a little careful in our positions now because we're actually 5 foot closer to the table than we were last year.
And there's no plastic up. I
No,
thought
no
you guys
plastic.
said
No, I put these
plexiglass
big
or
monitors in front of you.
something.
That's where
And they
you-
can't hear us over there?
This kind of blocks it out, and the music kind of glares us out. Plus, we're not talking that loud. These mics are very sensitive.
Well, don't let me get carried away, because that
getting
was
carried
a nice
away.
shot. Look
Getting
at
carried
that.
away by what?
I don't know.
There's
Excitement.
airplanes. There's air balloons. Tow trucks.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Just getting all fired up about the shot he made, that was what,
He overran
bottom
it.
right?
Yeah, he overran it though. He wanted to come up shy and play
Yeah,
that two
go the
ball
other
past
way.
the 9.
Yeah.
So now he overran it. Now he's got a decision to make, and he might wind up still back cutting this into the bottom left-hand corner. Because if you go towards the bottom right, now you got to go miss the 7 and
You
come
got to
back.
get right there. You got to get right there.
Well, either that or the shot that Ken, right?
Yep.
Ken's talking about is pocketing the 2 into the bottom right-hand corner and playing that short window between the 5 and the 8. I don't like that.
I
Too
don't like
risky.
that either. That's a small window.
Cut it into the bottom right, just past, got to get the cue ball just past the 7, and then come back across the other side of the table for a shot on the 3 in the bottom left-hand corner. That's the shot. He didn't get there, though, and that's the problem. Then he came up a little shy on that
Just
2 ball.
barely missed position on that. Well, I mean, that's a tough call. You got to do one or the other. Now what's he going to do, safe him? Safety all the way. You can't shoot that shot here.
No, you're not supposed to shoot
I shoot that
shot.
in my living room.
On the
In
rug?
my living room, I shoot it all day.
On the rug? That's hard to make.
Well, I bank that ball, but
Oh,
that's
do you?
in my living
Are
room.
you a one-pocket player?
No, but that's in my living room.
Yeah.
I'm not in a tournament. You can't play that shot in a tournament.
Well, you got to
gotta
bring
play
your game.
safety
You
all
got to bring
day.
your game if you're comfortable with it. No, but you got to play the yards, and the odds of the right odds were to play safe there.
Definitely. Yeah, but I play for $5 in my living room. I'm not really worried about
Well,
getting to tomorrow.
we're only talking about getting out, whether it be for $5 or 8,000.
I think for 8,000, I'm playing a safety all day.
That's right. Now, Erik
not sure if
Hjorleifson
that's
came up
safe.
short there. Jeremy's definitely got sight on the
Yeah,
small
I
ball.
think he's going to hit on that for sure.
The cue ball actually come back behind the 9 here. What you do is you come off the right side of this 4 ball, and the cue ball comes in short behind the 9. And if you don't get behind the 9,
Yeah.
it comes in a little shorter.
That's a
it
beautiful
might wind up sliding behind the 8.
You still
So-
got a good safety either way.
Yeah, I think that's the
Balls are
shot.
separated.
But, then again, whoever gets to that 5 ball, we might see a 5-9 combination and out the door here, if that winds up. So he's playing it safe. He's looking to get the cue ball behind the 9, but if he comes up short, like I said, the cue ball can squirt behind either the 5 or the 8.
And that ball should still stay up there.
He came out a little long,
Ooh.
and he got a love
Ooh,
bump
got
right there.
Pretty lucky there.
Well, for now, depending on the outcome of this shot.
Sossei. Ooh, going behind the. I wonder. Going behind the 7 ball, that's the 7, right?
He's jumping with the full
He's
cue.
jumping full cue. Going to the air, folks. Going to the air.
No.
Oh. What?
Well,
What's
I
that?
got a closet full of those shots. Many a times we look right through the object ball that's in front. I mean, the ball that's in front of us to the object ball. Erik went to massay that a little bit, like you mentioned, Ken.
Right. Little
But
bottom left.
Instead of massaying it, he poked at it.
Yeah.
He poked at it. So. It
Well,
happens.
Erik, I've actually watched him play for several years now, and he really has slowed down a lot.
Do you play the 4-9 combination here with ball in hand? I think you have to, no?
I think you have to.
Yeah, because why play with the 5-8 type of thing?
Why are you going to mess with it? It's a relatively easy shot. You can make it straight.
Let's see what Jeremy decides to do.
He might have a different plan.
He doesn't really have to do that. He can play the 5 in the right-hand side pocket if he wants to, go for the run out. The right-hand bottom pocket, I'm sorry, right where he's pointing now.
Oh, yeah.
See
Yep.
it?
Yeah.
If he wants to, but still, then you got to get back to 7, back to the 8. The run out's there.
The 7's not a very good spot. Of course, it goes on the side easy, yeah, but I guess there's 50
What kind of
different
table do you
ways
play
to
on?
do it. What do I play on?
Yeah.
I got a 9-foot Gandy.
Well,
an
those
old
side
table.
pockets, they're fairly easy. But, you play on these diamonds and you hit the
They're
point.
not going in.
There you go.
My tables are 3 3/4 pockets. I got them shimmed. They're tight. Not 3 3/4, 4 1/4.
Right. And that's where you had to be to get that 5 in the bottom corner.
Yeah.
We will have
it's gonna
another
work
match
out
after
good.
this one, folks. Our last stream match will start at 10 o'clock. Just want to mention a good friend of mine, Evan Broxmeyer, wanted to know if there was another match after this. Yes, there is. 10 o'clock is the last session.
Do you know who's going to be playing at 10
I do.
o'clock? Who do we got?
Do I have to tell you? I
Well,
guess.
you don't have to, but
No, I will tell you. It's one of your local favorites, since you know them all. Ron Costanzio.
oh, Ron,
Bruce
he's a
Nagel.
great player.
Yeah.
Ron is a great player. He's been doing great on the Joss tour.
And
this
in this
whole
event,
last
too,
year.
he plays good.
Oh yeah, he's been doing. He's coming up. He's good. He's doing good. How many times did I just say he's?
5.
Like 12. It
5.
seemed like 12.
No, not 12. 5. Jeremy Sossei's said this 7 times. A 9-ball in the corner pocket, and it's now 7-1.
Where is the score? You must have the score here somewhere.
Yeah, well, I'm updating the score for everybody at home. Scoreboard's on their screen at home.
Oh, that.
I'm not putting. I don't put it on your screen right here. It's 7-1.
Okay.
I could put it on your screen also.
It doesn't matter.
We have
It's fine.
ways to make you talk.
Well, looking at the chat, it looks like nobody's giving me a hard time for trying to
We
sit
got
here and talk to you.
we got a great
so
bunch of folks out there.
we must be doing all right. Quaka, I know that guy. I've watched him talk for a long time. talk. No, I'm just kidding.
I watched him
Quaka,
talk.
I don't know who
In other
you
words,
are.
in other words, he was behind a pane glass window. I
Right.
watched you talk.
there's no way to really make what I just said good. So the song is shit. That's what Quaka says. Oh my gosh! I hope I'm allowed to swear on here.
No,
doesn't
no,
matter on
because
live
everything's
streaming.
recorded and we do put it on Roku channels and stuff.
It
But
doesn't
that's
matter
okay.
on
We can
live
edit it
streaming.
out. We can edit it out.
I hope
Everybody
will.
makes a mistake.
I try not to swear. All right, so here's Jeremy. I think he's.
And again, the break is
Is he
pretty
on the
strong.
hill or? What the hell's the score? 7. Okay.
Yeah, 7-1. I can see, yeah, like I said, Karen Quarter, the Irish Invaders, right behind this table, and I can see the third table down, right above her is GMAC. That's Jennifer Beretta's husband now standing up there, and the table behind that is Samantha Barrett out of the New England area, practicing. I think she's practicing.
Well, I know that my girlfriend Stephanie loves pool, and it makes my life a lot easier that Karen Core and Jennifer Beretta play pool, because that makes it so she has someone to watch. You know, like a girl,
Right.
you know, to cheer for.
I'll tell you, that was a beautiful shot that I don't know if you caught that.
I
The
did.
only thing that happened wrong there was the 1 came out. If the 1 would have stayed behind the 7 area, it would have been an even better shot. But
Ruined,
not a bad shot right there.
Still pretty tough getting that one right here.
Well, you don't want to slam it unless he's going to plan on making the 1-7 and the 7 ball in the corner. I would slow roll this if I wasn't sure of that hit.
That's a good idea.
In any case, you want to hit the lower part of the 1 ball so that the cue
Yep,
ball
to
naturally
push
comes
it
back
up.
down table and
Yeah.
create a separation. Let's see how Jeremy hits it. He hits it slow. There you go. And it was a good hit and made the 7 ball.
Man, this
Man.
was a nice shot.
I tell you what, the last time he hit a shot like that, he feathered the
Boy.
2 ball and made the 9 ball initially to open up this set. Similar shot to that. What a beautiful shot.
That's focus right there. Yeah, now we go. No love on that shot. Play another safety.
Yeah. Cue ball behind the 3. Use the 3 as a stop sign.
He's going the other way, it looks like.
Well, then he's going to send the 1 behind the 3,
Yeah.
and that cue ball behind the
5,
2.
maybe.
Behind the 2 ball, the cue ball's going. Bottom of the table if he's playing it that way.
Yeah.
Just thin it. There he goes. Trying to get the cue ball there, and it works.
And it got there. That's a nice shot.
Now, Erik is very tall, so if he wants to jump kick at this 1 ball, he can.
Definitely easier to jump for a tall guy.
The thing is, if you jump kick, the cue ball can come off the inside of this 1 and go right in the corner pocket. He's got to be careful. Good scratch, easily. Oh, he went.
Ooh, he Masseyed it. Wow.
Nice shot. And it was a good hit.
That's a lot of Massey there. That was a good hit. Well, now he's got some options. Yep, in my living room, I play bank to 1.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
Well, if you're going to practice,
that's what I
you
play.
might as well practice all aspects of the game, whether you're banking it or firing it right in. If you just
Let's see what he
practice it.
does. Of course, I don't play in a diamond. Bank safety, nice.
And the pressure that Jeremy is putting on Erik is the pressure you're supposed to put on your opponent when you're playing. You know, for the last few innings, Erik got up there and really couldn't see anything but a kick. And when you can put constant pressure like that, and your opponent make mistakes like that, that keeps you in command of the table and keeps him in his seat. That arm of his stays stiff, and you are in really comfort zone. You're warm. You're moving around constantly, and you stay in stroke.
That's right. Plus, if you're in control of the table.
Yeah, yeah.
Being in control of the table is a excellent, positive attitude to have.
That's the attitude you have to have even when you get announced to the table. You got to walk to that table like a knight in
This
shining
is
armor.
my table.
That's right. That's right. Exactly.
So
Everything
listen,
plays part.
I'm just looking up into the crowd where my girlfriend was supposed to be, and apparently she's had enough of me.
Oh,
I can't believe it. Well, that's okay. I'll find her. She's used to this kind of behavior.
all right. You know, Jeremy's got an opportunity here. The only problem really here is the 3-4, the right side of the table. So that's why he's creating this angle right here. He might be able to get above the 3 and play the 3 into the side pocket. Let's take a look at that other side of the table there. Looks like you can roll the 3 into that side pocket. So as straight as, if you can get straight on this 3, it's okay. So you can just roll it in the side pocket because the 4 is right there. You really don't have to do much. Can you get
And
above
it's
it?
going right
Nice
there.
shot.
Nice shot.
Nice
Yep,
and straight.
That should be it. I hate that this is not the commentator's curse,
Right.
but it seems like it should be out right here.
Well, he's 6 balls away. I would, you know, the table looks fairly
No
easy from
tricky
here.
shots.
If he
Balls are
gets
all
this out
open.
of the way.
Yeah.
There you go. Now this is a stretch. You might see him put his extension on. Anytime the cue ball is past the side pocket, the average person needs to get an extension or a bridge.
Yeah. Switch hands. I play with this old guy, Morley, and he's just as good left-handed as he is right-handed. He's tough
Yeah.
to play.
Yeah. A lot of 3-cushion billiard players play righty and lefty for that reason.
Oh, here she is. Oh, hold on.
All right, Ken's going to step out. I got you, buddy. Thank you for sitting in, Ken. And as Ken departs the booth here, we get right back to the match as Jeremy Sossei approaching the 5-ball here and the 6-ball. I think he has to play the cue ball sort of where the break spot is. You see the break spot there, the black spot? That type angle, get below the 8. Don't play games and try to get between the 8 and the 6. But I can't see the angle he's playing with. Play the open shot. Get your cue ball in the open where you're going to have a shot at the 3. Unless he's got the angle that can do it. That's what he did. He's trying to get between the 8 and the 6 for the shot. And he didn't only do it, he did it perfectly. How's that? Perfect shot. I'm telling you. This Jeremy Sossei's got Mosconi team written all over him. He's calm. He's really, really calm. There's nothing going to disturb him. He's totally focused. Totally focused. And the deposit of that 9 ball puts Jeremy Sossei on the hill by a score of 8-1. I just got a text message from a very famous jazz player. It's pretty funny, Jared. Karen Corr exits the arena. I would imagine she won. And on the table right behind us is our next opponent coming up, Ron Casanzio, as Jeremy Sossei rolls out the cue ball, tempting Erik Hjorleifson to take a swipe at this 3. Now, when you're down 8-1, and your opponent does this, he's really fishing in the water. You know, he knows you're not up at the table shooting, and he's tempting you to play this 1 ball. And I thought he was going after the 3, huh? He was playing the 1. And it looks like Erik is really disgusted because the cue ball escapes the 8, and there is a path for the 1 into the corner pocket. Notice the 4-9 at the lower part of your monitor on that short cushion. That's what Jeremy's looking at. So he's looking at 1-3-4, then the 4-9 combination, or possibly, I'm not sure if he can get between the 4 and the 8 and play the, if there's a billiard in there, a carom. Yeah, he might, no, he doesn't have that. He's going to have to play the 4-9 combination if he shall get there. Hey, Mr. Ron Park from down south. What do you say, Ronnie? Wait a minute, what am I looking at? Oh, that's the 2 ball. Okay. I didn't realize that was, I thought it was the, man, my eyesight. I'm all screwed up on this rack right here. Here it comes, the 4-9 combination. He's there. And very smartly done where the cue ball is by getting it off the rail like that. because he can actually bank the 4, push the 4 into the rail, and then play the 4 into the 9. Thus far, making that 9 ball makes it a little more difficult because the combination's not there. It's not wired, so he's going to have to play 4 ball into the rail, 4 ball off the rail into the 9. And if he should pocket this 9, he will defeat Erik Hjorleifson, sending Erik over to the B side. He's not going to be eliminated. And he missed it. But the 4 ball went in. I don't know about you guys out there, but if I can't see this 5, I'm kicking at this at 900 miles an hour so that the 5 comes down towards that 9 ball, hanging in the corner pocket, possibly make it. I'm firing this. The cannons will be moving. Now, if you can see part of it, you definitely want to keep the 5 ball separated from the 9 ball at all cost. He fired at it. At large, stream matches tomorrow every 2 hours starting at 10 a.m. Yes, unless I sleep in. You're right. And at this point, I'm, you know, many times I say I'm going to start at noon, and I'm here at 10 a.m. or 9 a.m. I'm like ready to go. You're absolutely right. But I definitely will keep everybody up to date. And Erik Hjorleifson's trying to keep himself up to date. Now has command of the table. Just stay on the table, 1 ball at a time. You know, he's not out of this match. Any one of these 2 players can run a 5, 6, 8 pack. You know, if everything falls right. Erik Hjorleifson coming with the beat, 8-2. There it is right there on your screen, folks. It's light-systems.com. They are here. They have a booth. They're right up at the front. They did bring a light. And the gentleman up there is Mr. Fong, the innovator who actually put that whole lighting system together. He's there. Ask away. We also want to mention chalkysticks.com. This is the newest app out. It's got a layout where you can actually, if you miss a shot and you want to ask the pros, it has a diagram on it. You can locate pool rooms, what kind of equipment they have, where the players are. You can watch 24-hour billiards on it. You name it, you can do it. And all it takes is to download it. And guess what? It's free to download. It's at the App Store. Check it out. It's chalkysticks.com. Jeremy Sossei is still racking. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to say thank you to Mr. Greg Antonakis, American Q Pickers. Get your Southwest from the best. And you can contact Greg at ga9ball@gmail.com. Also, Mr. Mike Burton, he's right up at the front here. If you're in the market for a Josh Q, he's got a line of Qs that'll make you drool. And if he doesn't have the Q that you're looking for, he'll get it for you in a heartbeat. That's the kind of connections he has. Josh Q dealer. That's right. Get in touch with Mike. It's Mike at mbqs.com. That's his email address. Erik Hjorleifson says we're ready to go, and we're going to be ready to go because we're going up to the New England area. We're going to Snookers, and this is the next live stream. Although this is not the next live stream, but we'll be doing this one January 28th through the 29th. It's Mark Dion. Get involved. Erik says we're breaking the balls. He makes the two. He made a ball in the bottom right-hand corner when it's so fast. I believe it was a 7 ball. I'm gonna take a better look. Yeah, it was a 7 ball in the bottom right-hand corner, and he hit it solid. I like the punch he gave it. They exploded. Nice little touch there. He had to play the window between the rail there for the 3-ball. And he's going to punch this out for the 4. Erik very unhappy with himself. As you can see, he put the chalk down a little bit harder than what he normally does because he got out of line. In any case, he cut it in beautifully. He split the jaws of the pocket. It never hit the rail. Well, you're going to have to do the same thing with this 6-ball. This is one of those shots where just concentrate on making it into the corner pocket and concentrate on the speed of the cue ball going back and forth so that it winds up on the right side of the table for a shot on the 8. At least a decent shot on the 8. So he's going to cut this right down the rail. And the speed of the cue ball is absolutely superb. What a beautiful shot. And Erik Hjorleifson puts up another bead. The score now is 8-3. Take a look at that poster, folks. That's right, it's Karen Corr. She's on the poster. And guess that company right there in front. You see that bottom left-hand corner where it says Baltimore City Cues? They're here. Their motto is, if you have a big event, they'll bring anything from tips to tables if you need it. They're up at the front of the pool room. They're great people to know. Say hello to Jay and Peg on your way in. And if you need any help putting product out there for people coming to your event, they'll bring it. BaltimoreCityCues.com. This is our next live stream we'll be doing, folks. We're going down to Steinway Billiards, and we're going to bring you the World Pool Series. Right now, there's players from 30 different countries. I understand the seating might be sold out at Steinway. It's phenomenal. It's going to be a pay-per-view event. Go over to WorldPoolSeries.com, and you can purchase your pay-per-view right now. What I would suggest, if the price is right, I'm telling you, get the whole package. You get a seasonal pass to all the pay-per-view events that we're doing by clicking Season Pass. Can't beat the price. These between Darren and Manny and the whole crew and Erik and Ira, I mean, they made the prices more than fair for the talent that you're going to see there. And all those sponsors on the bottom of that poster, we want to thank them, and we will thank them as we're running that tournament right there. So right after this Turning Stone, we're wrapping up and we're heading down to New York. That's where we'll be next, right there. And then after that, we'll be going up to New England, and that's where we'll be. We'll be at Snooker's, the famous pool room, really unbelievable pool room. The staff, the owners, it's Snooker's. We'll be bringing you the Winter Classic. It's Mark Dion, MD Promotions. And I understand the tournament is filling, okay? It's filling. So if you want to participate, don't say I didn't tell you, okay? Get in touch with Mark Dion right away. You got his phone number right there on the poster. And call him up and say, look, I want to participate in your tournament. What do I got to do? Erik Hjorleifson says, I know what I got to do.
I got to break him. He's ready to go now. 8-3, Jeremy Sossei on the hill. If he hits him solid and gets position, he can get out. And he made the 4 ball in the bottom right-hand corner. The 1 ball has a shot, I believe, into the side pocket. No, but he's going to have to play the 1-8 combination, I believe. Looks like it's on pretty good. I see some chatters out there wondering if Karen Call won. All you got to do is go over to azbilliards.com and click. Oh, he did have a shot towards the side pocket. An unhappy camper he is, because he normally would never miss that ball. Jeremy Sossei says, I got to take a break. So we got a break in the action. You can see Ron's in the background and a couple of guys warming up back there. Good time for us to mention a few other people. Of course, the Kings of Billiards, and also the Kings of Vapor in Akron, Ohio. And of course, Molinari. Here it is, folks. MolinariGloves.com. They're on board with AZBTV all the time. Thank you to Ira Lee and Eric Huang. Notice the colors of the Molinari glove right now. I mean, the navy blue and the yellows and the reds, the orange, all different kind of colors to match whatever you're wearing. It's MolinariGlove.com, because the glove fits. Not only gloves, they got Predator extensions now. They got the newest extension out, by the way. Make sure to check them out at MolinariGlove.com. Here it is, folks. MolinariGlove.com. The Stars is coming in here live January 13th at the Turning Stone. But we want to see you here for the tournament. If you're within the listening area and it's feasible for you to come down with the weather, believe me, you won't regret it. It's the best venue you can watch for pool in the world. That's my personal opinion, and probably 90% of the people that are here. Check us out. We're here at the Turning Stone Casino and Resort in Verona, New York. Come on down, folks. Have a good time. Meet your favorite player. Get an autograph. They have posters. Come on down. Again, folks, the next event will be down at Steinway. Go over to WorldPoolSeries.com website and look around. It was just professionally done, courtesy of, I believe it's, oh man, I'm going to get a name wrong. Anyway, it's Ira Lee's sister, and you can take a look at the website. Look at the events, and look at the tickets as far as viewing the tournament in person, or sitting at home and watching the pay-per-view. Everything's right there on the website. I believe all the players are already listed there, if I'm not mistaken. Steinway Billiards also has phenomenal internet service, and there's no stone on the going to be not looked at. There was a couple of times that we lost power there. Manny and Darren are making sure that the electrician's coming in, putting a dedicated line for us, and making sure that the dedicated line is going to be for the internet also. I mean, they're really, it's different. Believe me when I tell you. All right, Jeremy Sossei up at the 1 ball because Erik Hjorleifson failed to pocket it in the side pocket. And that's not a shot that Erik would miss on a normal basis. That just goes to show me that Erik really is not hitting the balls as much as he used to. That's what that shows me. And the only reason I'm saying that is because who's going to know more than Marcus Snow, who happens to be in the chat from Canada. He let us know that Erik's really not putting as much time as he used to. He's actually working a job, and we all know. In fact, I have a gentleman here that used to be a junior champion. He used to play with Tony Robles and the crew, when they were 15 and 16 years old. And you guys know him. He's normally in the chat. He goes by the name of NJ Pool Player. He just retired from the fire department. And, you know, it was one of those things, you know, I'm starting a family, and it's either I play pool or I got to hustle for food, you know, win tournaments. So he became a fireman, and you just can't do both. It's hard to put in time. You need your rest. What I'm glad about is what Billy Thorpe, a great player from Ohio. He can shoot the eyes out of a potato about 15 miles away with a pool cue. Just a young player. I was so glad to see the post he made on social media that he will not be gambling, and he's going to participate in the majority of the professional tournaments. And he's got the talent to do it. Another player he wants to shoot for the Mosconi points and the team. And Jeremy's got the team, Mosconi team, written all over him. Like, I can't emphasize it enough. I've been saying it for the last 3 or 4 years. That his skill level has jumped enormously. You know, you really don't have to be in big gambling matches and things like that to be a player. You got to put the time in. Jeremy's put so much time in. And I'm not taking anything away from any other player. I know everybody puts time in. But there you have it. Jeremy Sossei wins that match by a score of 9-3. We're going to take a quick break on our side. Make sure, guys, to pay visits to those sponsors. Send them an email and just say, hey, thanks for supporting the live stream. Because without these guys, believe me, I wouldn't be able to do it. Everybody helps out. I'm going to remotely switch over one of the cameras to another table. And we'll see if we can bring that in just a little bit and give you a bird's eye view of what's going on here until we come back at 10 o'clock for another match. And I'm also going to bring the graphics up for that.